Not one senior politician in Ghana has been prosecuted either by their own government or another for corruption over the past 50 years in Ghana, and the same can be said for human rights abuses. This is the view of Ruel Johnson, one of the founding members of the Citizenship Initiative, a political party which was launched last October.
Who has been prosecuted for human rights abuses? At the time, I see Sabric News recently started this thing on the 2006
but
period.
It's not easy to prosecute. It's not. Do you? Is it? You can,
Are you telling me?
You can go about it in normal way.
Are you telling me that after a dozen audits, not only has no senior person been prosecuted successfully on evidence, but no senior person has been fired? Because you have...
Johnson feels local politicians are more talk than action.
What you have politicians essentially doing is crying corruption, crying poor governance when they're out of office, and when they're in office, saying, well, you facilitated corruption under these people, now you will facilitate corruption under them. And that is why people don't get prosecuted successfully for corruption in Ghana.
He highlighted that there were less corrupt countries around the region where stern actions were taken against politicians.
In Trinidad, in Bahamas, in the Turks and Caicos, who've been sent to jail or who've been faced serious prosecution by independent corruption fraud squads, corruption in the agencies, who don't depend on a government agency to hand over state audit to the police to act. Once the audit is there, institutional mechanisms are automatic. We deliberately don't have those here.
In Ghana, Johnson feels politicians just don't want to prosecute each other.
And I'll give some hypotheticals here. You'll see 10 people connected to the PPP benefiting from a corrupt, egregiously corrupt transaction that has been exposed. But overall, you will see 12 people benefited. Those 2 people usually have some connection to the opposition, either direct or indirect. So what you have is co-corruption. So the choice comes when, if there's a change of government, that if it is that you prosecute those 10 people, you also have to prosecute those 2 who are connected to you.
Though the APNUFC government has made efforts to fight corruption, enough is just not being done, according to Johnson. And Duncan H, GP Nightly News.